So hello everybody and welcome here up at BSN Network as we welcome you back inside BSN Network studio here. I am your host for this YouTube channel again. Today we have a lot of stuff to go through. We're gonna run through some stats. We're still going to talk about Belichick and Brady, how's their future with each other, what is going on there, things boiling up over there. Nets, Knicks, Rangers, no, not today. LeVar, what's going on? He thinks his son's the best. We're going to start with that. John Gruden to the Raiders, Cole with the Yankees, and will Brady and Belichick be together? And we're going to talk a lot about stats, history with them too, things like that. We've already talked about this, but with reading some articles and things like that, I'm going to talk about what I really think is going to happen. And there's rumors about Belichick going someplace that will make those fans there very happy. And I'll really tell you, one of the up on my wall here is one of the fan bases that will be very happy if he goes there. So if you can think about that, then you're probably right. It's pretty easy, probably, if you notice that a team's already got a head coach. So I pretty much gave you the answer. So first we're going to get into LeVar Ball. This is right now this is ridiculous. He thinks that his sons are the best, and it just frustrates me because let me just date back. When you play high school basketball, right? And someone's dad's the head coach, right? Some of those dads out there kind of think like my son has to play. My son has to play, right? Don't you notice that in high school basketball? There's all these dads out there that think their son's the best, so he has to play. That's high school. This is happening in the NBA. Yes, NBA, National Basketball Association. Yes, this is happening. Back in the days of high school ball is when that happened and when it was allowed. But now it's not allowed. But we got LeVar here who thinks that LeVar playing it like it's high school basketball. I don't think he knows what dropping a player is, or trading a player, or putting a player on the bench. I don't think he knows what that is. He thinks it's high school ball still, I think. It should be high school baller brand, not big baller brand. This is unacceptable if you're LeVar Ball. And I'm not really trying. I'm just saying it's just, I think that it's not just, I think it's, I'm not trying to give him advice, but he's got to stop. Let's just say, if he keeps going, something's gonna go on with his sons, and he's putting too much pressure on his son. Second off, he's making his sons have a bad mark on him. He's making his sons going out there with a bad mark on him. Third, he's just thinking that his sons are the best. He thinks that all of his sons will all go to the Lakers, play there for how long their careers will ever be, and so on. They'll be Hall of Famer. Their plaques will be next to each other in the Hall of Fame, and This is not daddy ball anymore. This is not daddy ball. This is the NBA. It's not high school. It's not daddy ball. This is NBA. There aren't teenagers. This is the NBA. This is NBA. I can't stress enough how annoying he's starting to get. And everybody's saying it, beginning of the year, Lonzo Ball in the beginning of the year had a great beginning of the year in the Summer League. He changed, his dad said, he'll be the best. Interesting fact, before the draft even started, LeVar Ball was all pumped up about his son. I don't even know why he would want his son to go to LA. I know they live there and things like that. But why do you even want your son to go there? First off, they're not that good of a team. Second off, they're just, there's, for the All-Star games there this year, one. So let's just say he made it. There would be so much pressure on him, and his dad would be like, oh, he's going to be the MVP. He's going to be da-da-da-da. He's not even, Lonzo Ball don't even have the stats. I'm going to read through some of them for you. He don't even have the stats to even be close to an All-Star. He probably will because his daddy and all that junk. It's not daddy ball anymore. So what I'm trying to say here is, first off, he's rushing LaMelo's Ball's career. He is. He's rushing it he's rushing his career. This is a guy, I like LaMelo. I personally do. I'm with Lonzo, and I'm with LiAngelo. I don't like him anymore. I never really got a fan of him. I never thought he was really the best. It was really always LaMelo and Lonzo Ball I would hear everybody talking about. He would never be talked about, so I don't think he's that good. First off, they got, this is why I think they're rushing their career. LaMelo Ball, personally, I think he's a great player. I think he has the skill. Yes, he's in high school. He hasn't gone to college. He hasn't gone to the NBA, da-da-da-da-da. I understand. But, he's shown some tremendous talent out there on the court. Scoring, he scored once 92 points in one game. So, there's many, he's very good. LaMelo's very good. LiAngelo, we all know, right? He's ended his career ever since that shoplifting moment. He thought it was so cool going into China and shoplifting, or wherever it was. I think it was China. Yeah, it was China, going into shoplifting, and he thought he was so good and things like that. He's not rushing his career. This is really his last hope, is to go and play in Lithuania. That's really his last hope, LiAngelo. But what annoys me, once again, LeVar thinks that his sons are the best. He says by 2020, LaMelo and LiAngelo is going to be with the Lakers. Who knows? Lonzo, by the end of this year, he could be dropped. There's rumors by the end of the year he's out of LA. I would love to see that. I just want to see what LeVar would be like if he's out of LA. He spends a whole season sitting on the couch waiting to be picked up because he's a free agent. You really think that you get caught shoplifting? You don't even go through college, and you think you're going to be able to slip through and make it to the NBA? Now that's just stupid. That's just dumb. I can see how he thinks maybe LaMelo still. This is Lithuania Basketball League. I looked up the record. The team's 3-9. They're awful. They play at a small court. They got bleachers, and unlike these NBA stadiums, they got first deck, second deck, third decks. You got everything. You got ice hockey. This is a small court. It's got bleachers on both sides. It's got chairs and anything. That's it. This is a team that's in a small town. It can only hold in this town can only. The little state that they live in can only really hold 10,000 people. It's a little village, things like that. This is a small area. And he thinks that his sons are going to be in the NBA by 2020, all with the Lakers. That makes no sense. Maybe LaMelo. Maybe, because he's rushing his career. First off, he's rushing his career, LaMelo. LaMelo could have been done with, after this year, he could have been done with his high school team, Chino Hills, and then he could have went on to play, I don't know where he'd play. I'm guessing probably UCLA, because once again, the Ball family has to have everybody in that family, everybody who plays basketball has to go to UCLA, has to go to the Lakers, things like that. So I'm assuming UCLA. UCLA is a good college. But, now he's going to Lithuania. Lithuania is where some of these players spend their careers there. They don't go to Lithuania and then come back to play in the NBA. Lithuania is Lithuania. They have their own league there. So when you're in Lithuania, that's kind of their version out there in Lithuania. That's their version of the NBA, right? To think that you're going to go from Lithuania, this is why he's rushing his career. To think that your son's going to go from Lithuania to the NBA and make it to the Lakers, all of them, that's just ridiculous. That makes no sense to me. His one son already is not doing good, and obviously that's Lonzo Ball, who's in the NBA right now. He's not doing good. He's not doing good one bit. LeVar Ball's got to stop. It's not high school ball. It's not daddy ball anymore. He's got to stop with thinking his sons are going to be all with the Lakers, thinking his sons are going to be all in the Hall of Fame. I don't get how. I don't even know. Like, this is just so dumb. How could you think? I don't think anybody out there in the media even thinks that LiAngelo Ball is going to make it today. I might be wrong. You know, I don't get everything right. It's almost like me trying to guess the score in a football game. I've never got. You might be surprised, but I've never got a score right in a football game to pick it. My closest, I've been one off. I think it was a Jets game. I predicted them to win like 30 something to 24. I think it was like 30. It was 31 to 24. They ended up winning 32 to 24. The other team. It was a few years back, or was it? Or was it this year? I don't know. I think it was this year, but I was 1 point off. Or was it? It might have not even been a Jets game. I don't know. But I know I've been one off. That's my closest I've ever been. I could guess hockey scores. You know, I think, but I can't guess if LiAngelo is going to be in the NBA by 2020. Personally, I think, and everybody I think is on the same train as me, I don't think he will. Because you go shoplifting, you get caught. The president, Donald J. Trump, had to get involved in this incident. And you really think your son's going to turn around, not even going through college, and I know some players don't have to go to college. They're so good in high school. I think Bryce Harper, yeah, I think he did. Or was that Bryce or was that, I think it was Bryce. I think Bryce never went to college. Oh, no, I'm not thinking of Bryce. No, LeBron. He never went to college. He was so good in high school that I think it also might have been Bryce Harper, but I'll use a basketball star instead because of what I'm talking about. LeBron James. He never went to college. But, you know, he didn't get kicked out of his college. UCLA kicked him out. So you think after getting kicked out of his college, going to play in a small village in Lithuania, that their team's not even good, you think by 2020, which is in 2 years, yes, 2020 is in 2 years, you think you're going to all be with the Lakers. Lonzo Ball might not even be with the Lakers next year. He might even not. There's rumors he's out of there by the next year. They are. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. I would be surprised if he's actually there next year. I really would. And, you know, I kind of, and it's not that I feel bad for them, but I kind of do in a sense because I feel like these players, some of these guys have, you know, this is why Lonzo might not be there next year. Lonzo might find himself sitting on the couch, and it's not his fault. It's not Lonzo's fault. It's because his dad annoys the Lakers. His dad annoys everybody, I think. Everybody is his dad annoys. Everybody. So, you know, I think here that this, you know, I think that LeVar Ball's just got to keep his mouth zipped, and he doesn't say anything. If he doesn't say anything, it will be much calmer, you know, it'll be that. And I think the Lakers here have to start stepping it up. The Lakers aren't doing anything. Magic Johnson isn't doing anything. And Magic Johnson owns the Lakers. Yeah. Or one of the owners. He's not doing anything. It's because he knows that if he says something to LeVar, I feel like they think LeVar Ball is the owner of the NBA. That they can't say anything, or else they feel like they're gonna get kicked out of being an owner of the Lakers, or kicked out of being something on a team. You know, I feel like people, they have to take a stand. He's a dad. He's not the owner of the NBA. Guys and the people on the Lakers are going to have to start taking a stand. And they have to say, hey, if you keep doing this, your son's not going to be here next year. Your son won't be here. We'll take him off the team. This is not, I know I've said this a million of times, and you might be getting annoyed, but I have to put my point out there. This is not high school daddy ball anymore. This is NBA. This is a time where you allow your kids to play basketball. You see them when they have breaks. You can go watch them. Just please keep your mouth zipped if you want them to play well. This is the whole reason why Lonzo Ball is not doing well, is because his daddy. And hey, they have to start stepping up. He's not the owner of the NBA. He's a dad. He thinks that his sons are so good. You have to step it up and go tell him something, or else you're going to ruin your son's careers because of you. You're going to ruin his son's career. You're going to ruin your son's career because of you, yeah. Because of him. Sorry, I'm not the best at doing that. So, I think he just got to stop and trust me. And even to say makes no sense. to say that LiAngelo Ball, guy got kicked out of college for shoplifting, the president have to get involved. You say that by 2020, you're all going to be with the Lakers. I don't even know why. I know they live in California. Yes, trust me, I know. But why do you even want to go with the Lakers? They're awful. They're not good. Sorry, Lakers, but they're awful. You haven't been good in years. I think your last time was good in the 09, 010 was the last time you were actually good. You haven't been to playoffs in years. Kobe's last season you were even awful. Come on. Now we're going to run over Lonzo Ball's stats. It's partially because of his dad is why his stats are low. He's averaging 33.6 minutes, averaging 10 points, field goal percentage 34.9, 3-point percentage 29.8. The field goal percentage is not that good, and so is that 3-point percentage is not that good either. It's like decent. It's middle. And also I think another thing here is LeVar Ball. He just taught the thing about LeVar Ball. I don't get what's different about these players, LiAngelo, Melo, and Lonzo. I don't get what's different, and I'll tell you why. They're because I don't get what's different. You're having almost like 3 Lonzo Balls on the team if LaMelo and LiAngelo come over, which I don't think happens. I think LaMelo possibility, but even him. Lithuania is just rushing his career. Okay, back to the point. Lonzo Ball, they all shoot the same. LeVar taught them all to shoot the same. All of them shoot the same. Trust me. They all have that kind of stroke like this. I hate it personally. I don't think it works. I mean, obviously it's not working. I just feel like that's kind of not that good for 3-point shooting, because you have to be on an angle to even be like this. I mean, he's like that. I mean, eventually, I know it might fit for him. It might fit for me. I'm not trying to teach Lonzo Ball to shoot. Trust me, I wouldn't teach him how to shoot. He's an NBA star. I'm not even in the NBA. I'm not even going to be close to the NBA ever soon. Even though I play basketball, but I'm not even close to the NBA in that kind of environment. So I can't really be teaching him to shoot. I'm just saying that's why I think LaMelo and LiAngelo should split up, so they all have little assets on each team. Because it's just going to be like having 3 Lonzos. They all got taught to shoot the same. They all have their same hot zones. They all do the same thing. They set the pick the right way. They walk the right way. It's because they're brothers. LeVar taught them every single thing to do right, and they all do it the same. Getting in a car, they might open up the door. They might take their right foot every time and put it in, not their left. That's what all of them might do. They all got taught the same. So I think I don't know why LeVar also is doing this, because you're just going to have 3 Lonzo Balls on the team. And I'm telling you, the Ball brothers are not going to be in the starting lineup. I'm telling you that. In 2020, the Ball brothers might not be in the starting lineup. 2020, this thing could be all cooled down. It really could. LeVar could be, it could be all 2020. By the time they're all in Lithuania and all that, they could be making marks in Lithuania. Don't even get me started. I'm going to tell you after this, but so I got to get done with this. Assists 7.1, rebounds 7.1, steals 1.5. The steals, I'm not surprised, but in the beginning of the year, this just goes to show you're not doing good, is when you have more assists, you're averaging more assists than you are rebounds. Than you are points. I think in the beginning of the year, he's averaging like 6-something points, and he was averaging 8-something assists. That just goes to show you're scared to shoot. When you have more assists, when you're averaging more assists than you are points, that means you're scared to shoot, because you get the ball a lot and you're just not shooting. He was scared to shoot in the beginning of the year. I feel like he's kind of, even 10 points is not a lot. Last night he had 5 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. In the win against the in a 98-86 win. So I think Lonzo Ball is doing and I think this is why they should say something to LeVar. Because I think Lonzo Ball in a few years will have a lot of talent. But this is why they should say something to LeVar, because they're not going to have Lonzo if he keeps up what he's doing. 1, Lonzo hasn't been playing well, and 2, LeVar's just got big mouth. His mouth's the size of the world, so he could just keep yelling and yelling so the world can hear. I mean, we've heard enough. So that's what I'm gonna call him now. I'm gonna call him Big Mouth. So I don't know. Just please stop. Please stop. Just giving you advice, LeVar. I know you don't watch these videos. You will not even come close to watching these videos. I don't even know if you watch YouTube, but please stop. Please stop. I'm telling you now, please stop. 1, for your own good, and 2, so we can all stop hearing your big mouth. Okay, please stop. You think you're so cool. I saw his interview. I saw LeVar's interview. Thought he was so cool. He was all like the ESPN guy. Was like, are you a little worried about your sons being away from home, being in Lithuania? And he's all pumped about him playing in the Lithuanian basketball league. The team's 3-9. They play in a small court, which I'm not saying that I expect them to play on a 3-deck court with a big stadium. I mean, legit, it's almost like you open up a gym door and you're inside the arena. I'm telling you that. LaMelo and LiAngelo combined it for 29 points in their first game with Lithuania. So that's what is that? Almost like I'm guessing LaMelo had 16, and I'm only guessing. There could be so many other combinations of this. It could be 17 and 12, but if you're getting the closest, I'm gonna say you can only get. Oh wait, no. I'm saying maybe is 15 and 14 was what it was split with. 15, 14. It could be 18 and 11. It could be 19 and I'm not that good at math. What I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at math, so forgive me. It could be 19 and 10. It could be anything. It could be 28 and 1. But I'm guessing that none of them scored 1 point. I'm guessing that it probably was like 16, 13, 15, 14. Somewhere around there. I'm guessing LaMelo had more points just because LaMelo has been playing for a while. LiAngelo's kind of took a break of basketball for a while after that shoplifting incident. So when we come back, I spent 21 minutes on this. Wow. I was not expecting to spend that long. I'm happy I am because I like to talk about topics long. But now we got to get to Jon Gruden. So when we come back on the BSN Network, we'll talk about Jon Gruden, how he will make his return, officially signed with the Raiders last Tuesday. When we come back on the BSN Network. So we are back here by the stadium. Oh my god, I said that yesterday. We are back here by the studio. We are talking about so we all know that Jon Gruden's with the Raiders now, right? Jon Gruden with the Raiders. If you don't know, he's with the Raiders. If you heard about it, talked about it in like my first or second video. It was quite early in my YouTube channel thing. I think I've had my YouTube channel to this day. To this day, it's been 2 weeks I've had my YouTube channel. Clap along. It's 2 weeks isn't a lot. I will take the 2 weeks into 15 subs. I like that. 15 subscribers. I thought I was only going to get like 7. I was not expecting teens. I know that's not a big accomplishment, but still. I think I talked about this, and I know I talked about this earlier. I think it was one of my first or second videos. It might have been that first Monday or something that I heard about this, because it happened. It was boiling over the weekend. Jon Gruden officially signed with the Raiders. I'm going to miss him. I really am. I'm going to miss him on ESPN. I don't know who will fill in his spot. I can't imagine it being that one dude. I forget his name, but I can't imagine it being him for that whole entire time. I just can't. He needs somebody to back him up. I can imagine maybe like a Charles Woodson or maybe Randy Moss or Matt Hasselbeck maybe that does the countdown. Maybe they'll still do the countdown, but they'll leave a little bit earlier and they'll get up and maybe they'll do it to help him out. The one dude, I forget his name. Sorry, I forget his name. It's funny. I like to broadcast, but I don't know too many broadcasters' names out there. So Oakland Raiders. He's a head coach, obviously. I'm just interested how he's gonna return. I really am. I'm just interested to see how he returns because he's been off of this. The last time he's coached was 2008 with the Buccaneers, which was one of his more successful times with a team. 2002 to 2008. I think he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, and he just won one Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. He did a lot with the Buccaneers, actually. That was one of his better times. He was a Buccaneers career wins record 57 and a Tampa Bay Buccaneers Ring of Honor. He was also a Super Bowl champion with the Buccaneers. So he's mainly a Buccaneers type dude. I'm not saying he likes them, but he was there for 6 years, and he did a lot in those 6 years. 6 years really isn't that much. It's decent. Some coaches like Bill Belichick, he's been there from 2000 or 98 to now 2018. Some of these coaches can hold their jobs. He was just getting older, and they wanted a fresh new face in there. Obviously he was getting older. Surprisingly though, he's only 54 years old. So surprisingly, he's only 54 years old, which is not that old. Some coaches out there these days are 63 that are still coaching. Can't think of a coach, but I know there's a coach out there like 63, 64. It might be Belichick who's one of them. I don't know. But, he's 54 is not a bad age for a coach. He could probably maybe get like 5-6 more years out of him, which is why the Raiders signed him to the biggest contract in sports. Right now is 10-year contract. So that means in 2028 he will be out of coaching with the Raiders. Now, of course, he could get dropped. You don't have to stay there for the 10 years. He could retire again, things like that. But they have him held. No one else can steal him for 10 years. Unless if they drop him, then someone can steal him. But, I don't think they would want to drop him because I think that's the thing, is you would still have to pay his contract if you drop him. So let's just say they drop him after next year. You still have to pay his contract. I think that's how it is. I know that's how it is with some players. Like, if you get injured and you're still with the team, you have to pay their contract next year. Or something like that. But, so at 54, not that bad of an age. Nothing really close to so if he keeps coaching, he will be 64 when he's done. So, really, 64 is right around the time where a lot of coaches, if they get that long, and if they coach that long, if they, that's very good if you get a coach that long. That's really, it's one of a thing, not a lot of coaches can do that, to coach when they're like 64, 65. Not a lot of coaches can. One, they just get older, and sometimes they just can't do a lot because they're getting older. Two, sometimes they just, this is the thing about coaching. A lot of coaches, they're up all night, they get tired, they start to eat junk food, they get a little unhealthy, their bodies start to change a little bit. Things like that. You notice how coaches, sometimes you see coaches get a little bit more weight on them. It's because they're eating junk. They're eating takeout every night because they're at the film room till 12 or 1 in the morning. They're not getting that much sleep. They get 4 hours of sleep every day, which is not a lot. So, that's why to make it to a coaching for 64 or 65 is good. That's an honor to coach that long. So now his possibility to take that honor back again and do 64 again. So we'll see what happens. I'm just interested how he returns. I ran through this before, but if you forget, and maybe you didn't see the video or you weren't watching me at the time, I'm going to run through his career history as a coach. Tennessee, 86 to 87, he was a graduate assistant. So at Southeast Missouri State, 88, passing game coordinator. Tight ends coach, Pacific, 89. San Francisco 49ers, 90. Offensive coordinator, 91. Wide receivers coach with Pittsburgh. Green Bay Packers, 92. Offensive assistant. Green Bay Packers, 93 to 94. Wide receivers coach. Philadelphia Eagles, 95 to 97. Offensive coordinator. Oakland Raiders, 98 to 2001 head coach. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2002 to 2008 head coach. And Oakland Raiders, 2018 and present head coach. Coaching record, regular season 95 and 81. That's a 540. Postseason record 5-4, 556. That is. Career 185. He's 15 games over 500. He's at a 541. So I say most of his wins came with the Buccaneers. 57 wins with the Buccaneers. I think that was his best time as a head coach was with the Buccaneers. I really do. It was just because I just think it was. For many reasons. One, 57 wins. That's an honor. Two, he won his only championship there. And three, he's on the Ring of Honor. He's not on the Ring of Honor with Raiders or anybody else. So this will be an interesting to see what. Oops. Oh, that was loud. My stopwatch went off. That's why you saw me flinch. Sorry if I do that every once in a while because I'm not watching it. If you see me tap this, it's to keep the Kindle on. You see the Kindle on to keep it on because sometimes it turns dark, and that struck me because it was loud. 1 and 2. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I thought we still had 6 minutes left in this pod. I guess it's. I can't see on my camera. I'm guessing it's a minute or something. I don't know. So anyway, so back to this. We'll talk about this for a little bit because my camera can take 35 or under. And then it starts to load for that ever. So I like to get them 30 minutes and I split them. If it would be able to load an hour video, I'll just do one and all in one, but it won't. So back to this. So Super Bowl champion. Was with the only Buccaneers. But, this is interesting. I'm just interested. I said this before when I talked about him going to the Raiders possibility. Now he's with the Raiders. I'm just interested to see what he does after getting off coaching for, 9 years? Yeah, 9 years. Because 2018 counts, but technically, okay, so 8 years. 9 years, 9 plus 8 is 18, right? Not 8 plus 8 is 16. Right? Am I right? I'm right. I don't know. So let's just say he hasn't coached in about 9 years. So that is a while. I'm interested to see how he makes a return. I would be very surprised. Maybe not. I would be very surprised. I would be surprised if he leads his team to a playoff. I would also be surprised if he leads his team to an 8-win season or a 9-win season. I would be surprised. Maybe miss the playoffs, but still, I would be surprised. I think he will make a good comeback. I think he's a very smart guy. I'm just interested to see maybe how well he does. And I just said that why I think he's going to do. I'm not meaning a comeback, but I think he will do well. Meaning I think he will lead his team to maybe a few playoffs. I don't think he'll win a Super Bowl. I really don't. Just because the Raiders are that team that can make it to the playoffs, but they're not the best in the playoffs. I don't think he'll win any Super Bowls. He might win a division every once in a while. He might get a first round bye. He might clinch home field advantage one of these seasons. He might be number 1 seed going into one of these seasons. It is going to be hard. That's the nice thing about starting to coach, because probably in a few years, Raiders are in the AFC. So in a few years from now, you will see him possibly be able to get over the Patriots a little bit. So if Brady's out of there, and if Belichick's as well out of there, rumors about that. So things about that. I think he will do well. I just don't think he'll be maybe as good as what he really was, but I think he'll do good to a certain extent. So thank you for watching part 1. If you enjoyed it, hope you enjoyed it. I meant. Part 2, I still have a lot to talk about. Garrett Cole with the Yankees for Frazier. I was trying to talk about that before, but I was listening to a few shows today and listening to some YouTube shows today from real shows. They have a YouTube channel as well. And the hype starting to get a little bit back up about Garrett Cole to the Yankees, and I'll talk about his stats. Brady and Belichick be together next year. That's starting to hype up even more, and I kind of changed my decision. I said it was a one-time thing. That symbol, if you can guess what that symbol means, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I don't think it will be a one-time thing. I think it might actually change the what's going to be on with the Patriots. So thank you for watching part 1. If you enjoyed it, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.